the World Healing Tour movement with your host, Noah Crane. Heal yourself, heal the world.
Hey everybody, my name is Lisa Ray. I'm a literary agent and I'm working with the media team here at The Grass Grows Where I Am, and we are so excited to bring you a co-author experience where you will grow your brand and your visibility. Click the link below and apply now for free, and we will see you inside the pages of The Grass Grows Where I Am.
Hello. Welcome to the World Healing Tour podcast, where our mission is to help you heal yourself so you can heal the world. Hi, my name is Noah Crane. Each week, we will bring you tips and tools and inspire you to live your most empowered and joyful life. I am also the author of the book, The Grass is Greenest Where I Am, because the grass is greenest where you are if you say so. When you choose to live in a place of no comparison, no competition, and no scarcity. When you choose to live in your own love and light and share your unique gifts with the world. Because we are all unique and there's no reason to ever try to outdo anybody else. Whatever is meant for you will truly always be yours. And that's why it's called World Healing Tour. Because when you heal yourself, you definitely elevate the consciousness of the world and make this world better for all, one person at a time. And it's that, constant effect, that ripple that we create in the world to make this world better for all. And that's what we all want. So today, we always bring in incredible guests to pour into you. And today's guest, I'm so excited about because she also happens to be a really good friend of mine. And she also happens to be an author in our new book, The Grass Grows Where I Am. So this is a super exciting person that I'm very happy to work with. Her name is Eti Mizrahi Fit, and she's been in radio and a TV star, background in DJ. She's well-traveled and also a fitness trainer who has helped thousands of people get into shape and really step into their true purpose and passion in the world. No reason to wait any further. Eti, welcome to the World Healing Tour podcast.
Hi, Noah. I'm so excited to be here. You know that I love everything you do, and I really, really believe in you. And I'm so happy that I met you in my life, and you're part of my life, and big influence on my life.
Thank you. We've been through so much together, and we've helped each other, and that's what's so beautiful. And we never let anything get in the way of our friendship.
Nothing.
And I love that,
Nothing.
that we always move forward together. And that's what it's all about, right? We have to learn to let go, forgive, and continue being one, because we are one. There's no separation besides the separation that we choose to create in our lives.
Absolutely.
And I love that about you, because you've really, through your growth, you have learned so much to look deeper into things and to not look at the surface things, and even in your own life. And now you're helping other people do that as well, which is so cool. And I love that you're an author in our book. First of all, let's start with the book. You must be so excited to become an author and to become a best-selling author in the anthology and get your message out in the world. Why is it so important to you to get your message in the world?
Okay, so sages and the righteous always said that if you learn something and you're excited about it, it's almost like a sin not to transfer it. But there is few steps to do it. In the beginning, you read it and you like aha moment. The second part, you like, I want to transfer it, but then challenge happen in your life and you want to cheat. You want to like be yourself. But then this actually, I'm a religious Jew and I really learned Torah and stuff like that. This parsha of the week say, get out of yourself, who you are, and change. And it's never a comfortable time to do it. It's always struggle. It's always struggle to change who you are. It's almost like to go to the gym. In the night, I can say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to start a new life. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go to the gym. The morning come, nobody want to get out of bed. Nobody. And then you push yourself, and then the moment that you start moving, you start to feel better. Wow, I wanted to sleep, but I'm here. The moment you get yourself to the gym, it's another struggle to lift the heavy weight. You want the light weight. And then you have the soreness, and then it starts growing, and then the hard work starts to do it the next day again, and the next day again, to get out of the comfortable and start to work hard, and everything you study to put in the real world.
I love that, Eti. And you know what this reminds me of right now? My daughter, she's 18 years old, and she has decided to really take control of her life. So she used to sleep like a lot of the day, like teenagers
most
do.
of the kids, yes.
Most teenagers do. Yeah. She's been getting up every day at 5 in the morning, going to the gym, by 6 a.m., just like what you're saying, right? Working out, she says she hates it. It's heavy. It's hard for her to work out because she also goes heavy because she wants to see a difference in her body. Exactly. But she says when she's done, she feels so good about herself. And then she does cardio at the end. She goes for a walk or something. And she feels so good about herself. And her confidence has even gotten higher because of that.
100%.
So it's so true. Like it's easy to say things, but to actually take the action takes us to another
level of happiness and joy. Yeah, when we do certain things that it's easier for us, we enjoy, like we like to eat, we like to cook, fine. But when you step out and you just do something else, in the beginning it's so hard, like you're breaking a wall. But after you breaking it, it's a whole new world.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of her because it really took something, and it just, I'm not getting up at 5, 6 in the morning. So I'm like, hey, if she can do it, maybe I can do it too. Yeah. But I'm really impressed, So I want to hear more about like you and your chapter and how you want to help people, because I know you have a huge following on social media. You really want to help people. People listen to you. People follow you. You give a lot of advice to women, right? How to do things to help them elevate themselves. I know it's so much more than just fitness. I know a lot of it is fitness, but it almost, to me, it sounds more like purpose. You get people to really live their life from a purpose rather
from awareness,
than just from awareness and purpose. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that and why is this so important to you to be a part of this book and to share the message that how you want to help people in the world.
So let's start with the fact that for many years I love your book, and you gave it to me. I read it and I was like, wow. And once in a while I still tip into it, even though for me I just learned about spirituality from like sages like Kabbalah and stuff like that. For me, I almost stopped with going to the mall and all the physical world. I really did it for a long time. But your book, once in a while I read it because things are very important. I mean, I have to say something like off the topic a little bit, but a lot of girls that struggle with finding a relationship tell me, oh, did you read Men Love Bitches? I'm like, no, it's not always just that. Sometimes you can just read Noah book, Noah chapter. When it's the real guy, you don't need all these rules. When there is a chapter in her book that talk about how she met her husband, and it says over there that she didn't have all these games with him because he was the right one for her. So you need this game when you want to get somebody that's not for you. That you want to get something that I want this guy, but he's not for me, but I'm going to get him using this game. Then you can read this book that I just mentioned, but it's not a bad book. It's a good book for somebody like that. But when you want to read, to find your soulmate, you can read Noah book. So I believe in her book. I saw the transfer that she'd been through, and it was amazing. And I really believe in what she's saying. So I believed in her. And I knew that I have a message. And for many years, she told me, you need to write a book. And I did try. But when she told me to start, and then when I finally invest, I was finding myself cutting it short. And then she said, you don't write a book, you write a chapter. And then I realized, whoa, I need to write a book because I have so much to say and I had to minimize. Now our challenge is to minimize the chapter, which is, I need to cut the words. Can you imagine? That's where I am.
We all have so much to say.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the message that you want people to understand in the book, what is the main thing that you want people that read your chapter to take away or to learn from you?
Okay.
And how do you help people? Because you're a coach. You coach people. You help people. You're a life coach. You're a health coach. What do you do? What is your main thing that I know you can help them physically, but there's so much more than that you help them to go deeper within themselves?
Yeah, so first of all, it's the state that you have to work on your state because each and every one of us, no matter what people say, everybody, especially in this world that we have social media, people pretend that they're like happy. Of course, they're not going to video themselves sad. You see, I'm crying. I have a bad day. No, they usually do when they're happy and they have a good time. So I want to remind people to work on their state constantly, even if it's just to do something fun or just explore the day and stuff like that. But more than that, I learned that the word disease in Hebrew, machala, it's the same letters as chemla. So in the beginning of my chapter, I start to write about disease of one of my relatives. That through her disease, today, 80, not 80, like she's 70-something years old, she looks so amazing, so much better than so many 17-year-olds, have better energy than even me, like always happy. And it's because a terrible disease that she had when she was about 10. She born in Israel. Israel just created it. The world was like very rough. It was a war, and she was very, very sick, and she almost died. And she had to go to super vegan, like what you and I eat sometimes. Like you're very strict vegan. I'm less, but you even like sometimes go sugar, and she didn't have that. She didn't have what flour, right? Like so strict. And today, you look at her and you're like, wow, I want to be her. You know what I mean? So sometimes the word disease, like I said in Hebrew, it's the same letters as mercy. Chemla. So sometimes God give us like a mercy in look of evil, in look of bad thing that happened to you. But if you tap into it, you discover. Yesterday, I have a very nice conversation with a friend of mine, and he was very sad about situation that happened to him, and something. And actually, after the conversation, I opened the Zohar and I read it. Every single thing that happened to us in our life, if you're a spiritual being, it's because it's meant to be, even if it's terrible. It's something that create background to our correction, to fix ourselves. And if it's not the bad thing that happened to us, we will not elevate ourselves. The word, the letters mikre, coincidence in Hebrew, coincidence, mikre, it's just from God. It's rak me Hashem. Everything that happened to us, it's no coincidence. The fact that I met you, the fact that we had a conversation one day on vegan, that everything, it's a fact. And the fact that you affect me and I affect people and I tap into my past and I'm like, it's everything for the world. You are not belong to you and your husband and your kids. You belong to the world. I belong to the world. We have a message and it's have to come out.
Yeah, I love that so much. And I love that your aunt has been such a great example for you in your life. So your aunt today is close to 80, but she takes very good care of herself. She looks amazing.
Yes.
So her being sick and having the disease inspired you in your chapter and to get that. What is the main message that you want to share? What have you learned from your aunt that really you do not to help others?
Okay, so there's two things about it. First of all, there is a lot of people want to be a victim. A lot of people, something happened to their life. It can be something so small and they decide to be a victim. I just stop in for 1 second, even though you and I are very sensitive about it. I'm going to go to October 7. October 7, 50% of the people that were there, they're devastated, they're depressed, they're taking antidepressant, and the other half became to be spiritual, elevate. They became to be public speakers. They always wanted to be a celebrity. Now they said, this is my mission in life, to talk. And they travel the world and they do amazing things. And the other half want to commit suicide. So it's how you look at things. If you change the way you look at things, the things will change. And I truly believe that my aunt, not disease, she hates the word disease, but she said her condition made her so pretty. The skin is vibrate. She's have so much energy. And the other sister of whatever, my family, they're still beautiful, but they're a little bit more tired. They learn a lot from her and from my grandma, but still. Yeah, so this, I think I said this two messages. Yes, but sometimes through the sorrow, through the bad thing that happened to you, it's like the story about the two frogs. I have to say it for 60 seconds.
Yeah, we
you
love
know
it.
the story?
No, go say it.
So there was two frogs. They fell into a bucket of a milk or whatever. And one of them said, oh my gosh, we're going to drown, we're going to die. And the other side, no, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And he moved his leg. So what happened, this milk, became to be like a thick cream. And he stepped and he jumped. The other guy drowned. It's the same bowl. It's the same genetic. They're both frog. One of them used it to get stronger leg and jump, and he became to be he has stronger legs to his life. The other guy drowned. The other, frog. Also, they moved my cheese. All the stories about the cheese, and all that. So
even the story of the two wolves, right?
Yes.
The Kabbalah.
Yeah.
You want to tell You want to tell that story?
Yeah. Who you feeding?
Yeah.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
So one child asked the dad, there is two wolves outside. They fighting. Who's gonna win? And the father said, whoever you're gonna feed. So if the other guy is starving and he's like miserable, but whoever you're gonna feed is gonna be your friend. Is gonna be stronger. So it's like, the grass is where, right?
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah. So the story kind of goes from what I remember, like a grandson asks his grandfather,
Yeah.
the grandfather tells the grandson, actually, there's two wolves in your head, and they're always fighting each other. There's
Yes,
a black
yes.
wolf and a white wolf. And the grandson goes, wow, which one wins? And he goes, the one
one
you
that you
feed the
feed, yeah.
most, right? So it really is true. It all comes down to mindset. And I know a lot with what you work with
Yes,
people
100%.
is on mindset, because mindset is everything. And even I know you help people get, when we started talking and you said about, like, you're not about your life now is not living in the 3D where you're just like into like
Auto mode.
going to
Yeah.
the mall, buying things, looking for satisfaction in the outside world. You're looking for satisfaction from inside of yourself.
Exactly.
Right? And this is what you teach your clients as well, is how
Yes.
to find that within themselves. So a lot of us are very caught up on looks. Let's talk about looks, right?
Yes, 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 yes. It's actually again this week Parsha. So according to the Parsha, Avram said to his wife, "And now I know that you are pretty." Excuse me, now you know. It means that he thought that only he see her beauty, but the world see her beauty. So it's show you two things. First, that your true love, it doesn't matter what other people say. You care about what your husband think about you, and usually your husband doesn't just see Noah from the outside, how beautiful hair she has. He knows you from inside, and your inside vibrate. For me, you way more pretty now than when I met you, I think 10 years ago, because I know you, and it's shining through your face.
Right.
So it's not about the regular beauty, it's not about like, so sometimes the inside affect the outside world. And there is another thing that I want to say that I work with people. Your thought is coming from the universe, but your thinking, it's all you. So I can think something like bad, negative, and then I said, no, da 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 da, it's good, da 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 da, and I can change it. But the thought is coming in, and you decide when focus go, energy flow. You decide, I'm focusing on the bad, I'm focusing on the good. Beauty is the same thing, I believe that a lot of people wasting energy and time, a lot of women, energy and time on their look, and they go into a date and all they care, I'm going to get everything because I'm beautiful. So wrong. Guys, like for 10 seconds, they thinking about the beauty. After that, they're all about the conversation, the way you talk, if you like, or you humble, if you listen to them, if it's so much more than just your look. You look and open the door, but you in charge if you stay in or not, And a lot of people miss that. A lot of women, they're wasting all their money and energy and to look good, and they're missing the most important thing. It doesn't matter what's the brand of your shirt. It's matter who you are and what's inside.
Yeah, and people look for happiness in the wrong places, right?
Yes.
And when you look happiness, so let's talk about your fitness and how you help people with also fitness, because I know that's a big part of what you do.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about fitness and how you got into fitness and why
Yes,
it's so
absolutely.
important for you to spread the word of fitness? And it's not just about working out your muscles,
No.
but also, what you put in your body.
Yes, 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 yes. So first of all, a big thing of, even more important than fitness, even though a lot of people say, I want to shape up, I want to go to the gym. The most important thing is, number one, is your mind. Second thing is your nutrition, which is also including the mind because it's a relationship with food. This is what I work in with people 90% on coaching. It's the relationship with food and how you change the way you think about food and stuff like that. And then the third is the fitness, which is very important. I grew up in I always was passionate about nutrition, stuff like that, but I had a big period of my life. My depression, everybody have depression in one point or another. It doesn't matter what people say, but everybody take it different. Some people have a major depression and they're really in bed and can't move. Some people eating, some people not eating. So it's different way. So my depression was a little bit depression, not too much. It was like eating. And then I was surfer and I was having fun in the beach and everything. All of a sudden I started to eat and I was embarrassed because all my friends did not eat. They were depressed in different ways. So they want to get this guy, whatever. They did not eat. The hair and shake. They wanted to look like so skinny. And I ate. So I didn't want to go to the beach and stuff like that. And then I discovered the world of workout, the world of diet and all that stuff. It was very important. Do we need to do a break or something?
In 1 minute.
Okay. So this is where I discovered this world. And it was amazing because in the army, I started to work them out, my group, and they start to listen to me. And I got the passion for fitness in the army, Israel army.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so I mean, I know you help so many women get in shape. You coach them as well. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. So yeah, we'll take a small commercial break from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with Eti Mizrahi.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Hi, I'm Chris Trammell. I'm the marketing director for The Grass Grows Where I Am, and we can't wait to work with you. And if being in this anthology book would make a difference for your brand, your visibility, and your profitability, click the link below and let's get you started. Can't wait to work with you.
And we are back with
Yay.
Eti Mizrahi. Yeah. Woohoo. We're still going to stay strong. I know, Eti, when I work out, I feel so much better. Just mentally, I feel better, right? I feel stronger. I feel better about myself, Why do so many women come and work with you? What kind of results are they looking for? How do you help them achieve that?
So one thing that I'm going to give to all the fitness coaches out there that's very important. A lot of people say, oh, how can I get client? You have to listen to your customer. Rule number one. You have to see what he wants, not what you want. Okay? And the third is to be compassionate and loving. So I have a lot of success right now with religious people. Why? Because sometimes I throw words and I connect with them in this genre because, they like that. They feel like, oh, she's mine. They don't want to take because I understand their language. When I don't work with somebody Jewish, so I don't talk about that. Sometimes I talk about Kabbalah and they connected with that and they feel like, oh, she's maybe Jewish, but she's not like, say, she's better. She's like trying to teach me something. And they like it. They love it. They want to know Kabbalah and they want to ask me questions about Israel. On the way here, I was in the like, whatever it's called, the train. And there was a guy that in the beginning was negative. It was like, all the people from New York. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm local. And we start to talk. And he actually, in the first sentence, said that he's mad about Jewish people or something. And then after that, he was like, yeah, I love you guys. That's the last sentence. It doesn't matter what we talk in the middle, that I change the way he felt. Because I felt him. I understand him. We talk about the same level. Not like, oh, you don't understand that cursing bad. You have to always understand what people want from you. Talk to every person like he's like you understand him and you understand what they want, not like what you want, your agenda. And it's very important to get clients like that.
I love that because, so many people, like when they want to get a client, they have an agenda in mind to close somebody or to
they don't like that. People don't like that.
People feel that. But if you come in and you want to work with somebody or somebody wants to work with you, if you try to show them what's in it for them and how you can make them win, when they win, they want to work with you. So it's like, it just has to be the win-win rather than, nobody wants to feel pressured.
Exactly,
ever.
Exactly. Nobody want to feel pressure. Everybody want to be understood. Everybody want to be in their own schedule. If it's not working for you, fine, but just see what they want. Don't try to change them. No, but maybe you do it in the evening. No. So what if it's comfortable for you in the evening? This client wants you 5 a.m., take it or leave it. Don't try to change them. It's very, very important. And there is another
listen.
thing.
Make sure you listen to what they want.
Absolutely. Listening is, I always say that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So I know we have a lot to say, but we have way more to hear. Way more to hear. And also we have 2 eyes, but we can't always believe in what we see. Sometimes in different angle, we're going to see things different way. And also in our head, super important to be aware of the thoughts, because sometimes our thoughts are not correct, like thoughts coming in. And we sometimes have to not the thought, the thinking. The thought is usually right. The first instant is right. It's like the 2 voices in your head. In Kabbalah, we learn there is an AM voice and there is a FM. So the FM is louder. It's the world. It's like the way you see the world. The AM, it's the verse of God, the voice of the universe that tells you the right thing to do. Let's say something happens. Somebody give you extra change and your AM voice say, tell them that they were wrong. Give them the money back. And the FM, oh my gosh, they're not okay. They're bad people. You should go. So you have to always listen to two voices and be the judge inside and be the doing the right thing.
Yeah, and it's amazing to me how like when we do the right thing, like karma, right?
We feel good. Yeah.
And not just that, like I just feel when I don't do the right thing, something negative happens to me.
It's true.
All
It's
the
true.
time. And even if it's a small thing, it's like immediate karma. And I know if I would have done something different, things would have been different.
Absolutely. And then there is one more thing that I want to share that I just heard from my friend. He sent me video, like a small tour that he does, and I sent him. And he said a story, very interesting story that I love. There was two people that, let's say two boys, two girls, whatever, they're having the best time of their life. They're eating, they're drinking, beautiful weather. They're having so much time drinking beer. All of a sudden, one person see old lady try to cross the street. And this old lady struggle and struggle and struggle. And then he left, let's say it's a guy, he left his friend, he went to help the lady to cross the street, and the lady was, thank you so much, you know what you did, I have a sick husband. And if you ask this person about this day, what's going to make him feel good is not the steak that he had, the beer that he had. What he's going to remember is this lady, this good deed that he did. Sometimes we're looking for pleasures in the physical world, but when we do something for somebody else, this is long-lasting blessing, long-lasting enjoyment, like happiness.
Yeah, it really makes a difference, right? It fills our heart with
Yes.
gratitude, and that's
Yes.
what we want. So let's talk a little bit about your clients and somebody that you worked with that had really good results in their lives. I know, I'm sure you have so many stories to share, and you'll
Yes.
probably be thinking, but just share one person that you work with that has really changed their lives for the better.
Okay, so I tell you about one that she's amazing. She's very, very, very successful. I'm not going to give details because I didn't ask her permission. Super successful. But when I sat with her, she started to tell me about her past and about how everybody in her family is big, and the fact that, and every time I told her to do something, she was like, it's hard, it's hard. I'm like, okay, let's start with that. Stop. I'm going to give you a challenge. Stop with the hard. Stop with, notice on what you're saying, because you're saying drawing you, and it's not like how it's a cartoons, like drawing you. It's changing because, like, imagine there is angels, and the angels next to you, and everything you say, it says amen. You said in the mirror, I'm beautiful or pretty, it says amen. And you become to be beautiful because you start to act like beautiful, and you are beautiful. You tell in the mirror, I'm, God forbid, fat. All of a sudden, these angels say, amen. You're going to go to the kitchen. I'm fat. I'm going to eat the ice cream. You know what I mean? But what you say, it's very important. And that made, this small things made a big difference. The other thing I told her is like to change your relationship with food. For example, if you smell, you pass from a steakhouse and you say, oh, I feel like steak. Okay, start to think about watermelon. Go home, you're going to eat watermelon. If you're going to think about steak, you're going to eat the steak. So again, thought coming from, you can control the thought, you can control the thinking.
Yeah, I love that. I have watermelon in my fridge right now.
You're gonna eat it. Oh my
Watermelon,
God, so
watermelon.
sweet,
I
so
love watermelon.
juicy, so
It's
watery.
so delicious. Yeah, and it's filling. It's
Yeah.
got it's very filling. It's
True.
hydrating. It's filling. So it's amazing when we eat fruit, right? Because it's sometimes easy to go to the processed foods. But when we
Exactly.
eat the fruits, it like fills us up. Like we don't feel hungry.
I have a quick story that it's also in the chapter. There's two stories about grapes, but in the chapter. But one of them is, so one time I finished 2 classes and I had a mission. I had to go to 45 minutes drive. I literally had 5-10 minutes, and I said, I really have to buy something to eat. So first thought, it was like, let's buy a protein bar, whatever. And then I rethink it because I like to rethink. I like to rethink all the time. That's me. That's rethinking. And then I rethought that, and I said, wait, let me buy grapes. So I found organic grapes, and the walnut was on sale. So I bought walnut and grapes. And I went, and the 45 minutes became to be an hour and a half because it was an accident. I was wearing my mission in my meeting, like, let's say 2 hours, and then I had to go back. So luckily, I had grapes and walnut the entire day instead of processed garbage,
Oh, I love that.
because I was rethinking.
I love the rethinking thing. Is this something that you teach your clients?
Yes, That's one of my thing that I think I'm, teaching all my clients. It's to rethink all the time. Don't trust your thinking.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so that client that you taught how to think differently and to
Yeah.
speak differently, what were her results?
She lost 20 pounds and she tell to everybody in the community. She's amazing. I love her.
And
She's
she
my best friend.
feels really good about herself.
Yes, she gave me so many clients. I can't even tell you. I mean, I never advertise until like, you and our relationship, but I never advertise. I got word to mouth, and half Boca training with me, especially ladies in my age or moms and stuff like that. Yeah.
I love that organic growth. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
So important. I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. No, that's amazing, Eti. You're doing such amazing things for women, and for you to become an author and be able to share it out even more. Like, I see so many other things for you that can build on this, because your wisdom need to be shared, and you have a very specific audience, of women, a specific age that are, more that really want to grow themselves, and you help them. Do you also work with women on Zoom as well?
Yes, but I want to tell you something that I have to fix it. I also have a lot of young kids, clients. My youngest is 3 years old. And yesterday I trained her, and she and her brother is 5 years old, and she was actually sick, but she told her mom, I don't want to miss Coach Esty. So she was sitting and just watch me. And I have also a lot of nieces and nephews, and when my family asked, why you always buy just Eti, the best aunt, and why? They said, because she understands us, and it's very important. And I want to give tip to everybody in the world. When you talk to somebody, you have to make him feel like he's the only person in the world. And it cannot be fake. It cannot be fake, because young kids understand that. And I want to cry when I talk about that, because even me, when I talk to people, let's say celebrities, and they talk to me and they have I'm like, them, I'm going to go. I mean, if you talk to me, stop the world, talk to me. If you just 1 second go like this, I'm going to be out. You're not going to waste my time, pretend that you're talking to me and be nice. When you talk to people, you have to make them feel like they're the only person in the world. And it's very important in relationship, with kids, with everything. I actually did some mistakes with my children, and my son taught me that. When he talk and I talk, no, listen. And I'm like, wow.
But you didn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. And when you know better, you do better. And
Yeah.
it's never too late, because there are kids for life,
Yes.
So we can always, that's the cool thing, is parenting is a lifetime commitment.
Exactly.
It's not like for when they're 18, the parenting job is not over, right?
Yes.
So we get to continually reinvent ourselves. It's never too late to make a difference in your kid's life.
Exactly. And I want to tell you something. I hope I'm not going to cry, but I have a friend that doesn't have kids, but I just realized after our conversation the other day that if you don't have kids, sometimes it's maybe sad, but it's sometimes mean some message from the universe that you don't have certain struggles, because the people that teach us the most about certain things we have to change, it's our children. And the fact that you don't have, if you're a very spiritual person, it means that maybe you don't have to change so much like you think, because people think, oh, I need to change. True. But the people that need to change the most is people with struggle with kids, and they have to learn from what the struggle. Because family in Hebrew, mishpacha, it's from the word chasuf, like you're like almost naked. They see you, they know who you are more than everybody. Family.
Yeah, no, that's so beautiful, and it is so important to be so present for our kids, and all of us could beat ourselves up and be like, oh, we could have done this better, we could have done this better, should have done this better. Yeah. But you know what? When we know better, we do better. And our kids, thank God, they know how to forgive us. They don't hold grudges against us. And there's no time like the present to create an amazing relationship with your kids, know? So it's never too late. It just let the past go and be present now, because there's not more important of a job than raising our kids, bringing amazing kids into this planet. And I love what you said about that, that maybe people that don't have kids, because honestly, I'll be honest, my daughter has been my biggest teacher. My biggest teacher. My boys, you know, they love me, and you know, I can't do anything wrong. But my daughter she literally will teach me that this is wrong. She's not going to put up with it, and I better stop it if I want to have a relationship with her.
Absolutely.
She's very strong, and sometimes it used to be really hard because I was like, oh, you know, this is so hard. She's so hard. But, you know, it's the hard that makes you grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it.
So I'm so grateful to her for being hard on me, because I had to be a better person. I had to be a better mom
in
for
not
her.
comfortable way. That's exactly what we started in the beginning.
I had to do better, and she taught me to
get
do
up
better.
at 5 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. because it's harder.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that's
Because
one
we're
step.
so used to the comfort zone. Okay, Eti, so we're getting near the end of the podcast. So I wanted you to tell people, first of all, if there's anything else that you want to share before we end. And also, I want you to talk into the camera and tell people where they find you, how to connect with you, all the different places, you know, that they can, you know, find you.
Okay, so actually, like I said in the middle of the podcast, I'm listening to the people, how they want to connect with me, because some people are more visual, some people more, you know, audio, some people. So I have few platforms that people just like to follow me, and I have, like you said, a lot of followers. I didn't know how much until sometime I walk in the street everywhere, and people say, if it's in Israel, if it's in America, if it's in New York, and oh, I know you are following. I'm like, really? So I'm happy about that, because they don't always do like comments, stuff like that. They do likes, they view, but not always people. So thank you for that. So they can find me in Facebook, Eti Mizrahi Fit. It's pretty public, and I have Instagram, Fit Go Modest, because as you see, I don't believe in like exposing your body in order to track people, like we talked about already, because it's not about the visual, it's about what you people say. So the fact that I'm going to wear bathing suit and six-pack, it doesn't mean that my message is amazing. It means that you have thousands of other people with six-pack and beautiful bodies. So I believe in modesty. I believe that the beauties come from within. But you can, so find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook. What else? You find
Your
me?
website.
Oh, my website. I'm working on it, but I think it's Fit Go Modest, I think. And yes, I have a lot of clients that wanted to put themselves there. And
You can share, if you want to
testimony.
share your number or your email, you can as well. It's whatever you want, any way that you want people to find you.
I prefer the Facebook and the Instagram right now until I work on my, you know, business phone and
So
stuff like
tell them
that.
one more time your Instagram.
Fit, like fitness, go, I mean, same words, like fit, go, modest, like modesty, not models. People look at model, no, modest, like modesty. And I truly believe in modesty. I truly believe that somebody doesn't have to, like, you know, people really, that it's too much with the beauty and the body. And I understand filters, because I noticed that I have a niece that she's a 5-year-old. And when take a regular camera and we talk, she doesn't like it. But when I put a little filter, she's like, oh, ew, ew. So I like it. I think it's cute. It doesn't mean that we don't like ourselves. It means that it's just bringing the lights more. And people like beauty. People like it. They like to see it more than they like to see like an old lady speaking. I mean, with all the respect to old ladies, they just like beauty. People like beauty. So I have nothing against filters, but I really think the modesty is important.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm excited that you're in the book,
Yeah,
The Grass
I'm
Grows Where I
excited.
Am. That's going to come out in 2025. And you'll get to read Eti's chapter, learn more about her, learn how to connect with her. She's, you know, really excited to connect with you as well. So thank you so much, Eti. This was so great having you here on the show. I love it.
Yes.
I want to thank you for joining us today on the World Healing Tour podcast. Until next time, remember to do these 3 important things that I always talk about. Have a grateful heart and connect to your gratitude every day. Remember to ground in love and compassion for yourself and for others, and to know every day that you're not alone, that you are guided by God, universe, higher power, whatever you want to call it. You're not alone on this journey. Till next time, have a beautiful week, everyone. Namaste.
Shabbat shalom. Namaste.
Hi, this is Noah Crane. I'm excited to share this anthology book with you, The Grass Grows Where I Am. So just join us and be a part of this incredible book to help bring your message and influence into the world. We're excited to showcase what you do to make this world better. Click the link below. The World Healing Tour Movement with your host, Noah Crane. Heal yourself, heal the world.